Greetings, Flesh Wound Horror freaks, and welcome to Flesh Wound Horror Live. I'm Flesh Wound Dan. That's producer Todd.
Good evening.
And Mike Kruger.
What's up, you sick motherfuckers?
So yeah, thanks for staying up late on both coasts. Qualifies as late on both coasts. So yeah, we appreciate you guys being with us tonight. We figured fresh from the theater.
So no love for the Midwest now? Just the coast?
Nothing but love for the Midwest.
And what about our out-of-country listeners? Dan,
this
just
is true.
There he goes again, excluding everyone.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and fuck you, Todd. So
and now we're demonetized.
He dropped it first. God
I
damn
didn't
it.
hear him.
He did. God damn it. Don't blame
I didn't even hear it when Kruger does it.
Only me. Well, anyway, so demonetized but happy. That's what's important. And yeah, so anyways, fresh from the theater, very excited to talk about this film. We covered it on our trailer show a while back, and yeah, I was psyched. So yeah, we'll get right into it. So this is Hatching that we're reviewing tonight from director Hannah Bergholm. And this is a Finnish horror movie that follows a young gymnast who tries desperately to please her demanding mother and discovers a strange egg. She hides it and keeps it warm, but when it hatches, what emerges shocks them all. All right, so this one really caught my eye initially because as a child, believe it or not, I had a nightmare very similar to this. The family dynamic's different, but very similar to this, where I it's one of those few dreams that you actually remember, and because it freaked me the fuck out. And essentially what happened was a nest was knocked over, took in some birds, they mutated and killed all of us, killed my entire family. So naturally that's going to stick with you. It's like one of the few nightmares I had that actually bothered me because I was, always the weird kid that loved horror movies, and it wasn't somebody that knocked on my parents' door because I was scared. But for some reason, that really got me. So when I saw this trailer, I was like, God damn, I must see this movie. And I am so glad I did. This movie is fantastic. It's a essentially, we open up with this sort of modern day, perfect Leave It to Beaver style family that unfortunately isn't so perfect.
Dating yourself there, Dan.
Fuck you, Todd. You watched it original run, you old bastard.
Well, yeah, nothing like contemporary Dan.
They know Leave It to Beaver. Fine, it was remade into a movie in 1997. So there you go.
It's only 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Current Dan.
Fuck you. So yes, this family that's putting on airs is being perfect. Everything's immaculate. And as the film goes on, we kind of learn, well, the mother and the daughter are sort of the main focus. And she's essentially trying to live her failed dreams out through her daughter and her budding gymnast career. And as we go on, of course, a bird, as you see in the trailer, crashes into the house and raises all sorts of hell. Not to give too much away, but obviously the girl hides an egg that she finds of the dead bird. And well, not to reveal too much, just things evolve and get really ugly and shatter. Oh, goddamn, Ben. Even Ben. I'm not even going to read it, Ben. That's messed up.
I'll do it for you then. Ben Grimm says, Dan is the oldest 36-year-old I know, referencing black and white shows.
Is it not cool to reference the Addams Family?
I don't know, but the chat's been turning on you lately. The last two shows have been brutal for you.
Shit on Dan. God damn.
They're getting to really know him now, so they're comfortable telling the truth.
That's messed up.
Just like earlier when he said he was the weird kid, I think the verb is the weird kid.
I will own the weird kid. I don't mind owning the weird kid. But yeah, so the mom appearance is everything. And as we go on, we see this is not a perfect family. Mom's a bitch. And it's a pretty brutal coming of age body horror story that I love the effects. Kruger's got some info on that, but I thought the effects were amazing. The puppetry work is just excellent. Kind of reminded me almost like I got vibes of Jim Henson's Dark Crystal in a way.
Yes, big vibes.
Yeah. Henson in general, it looked like a creature out of Farscape and Henson Studio. I mean, just wow. I loved everything about it. The actress that plays the daughter is stellar. I mean, just Siri Solalina. She's amazing. Sophia Hakila as the mom. Woo, she is detestable and does such a good job, being June Cleaver 1 second and then just turning into something out of Flowers in the Attic the next. Just a really wretched human being. And I felt for the girl. I enjoy this. Had some gross gore too. Not gore even necessarily, just because there's kind of
body fluids.
Body fluids. Yeah, there's kind of a metaphor for anorexia in this, and like it made me like wince a little bit a couple times. But obviously, this is a love fest on my part. But Kruger, how about you? What did you think?
Yeah, I was definitely looking forward to this, and just knowing that we're getting, this. I saw an article maybe about like a month ago about how Gustav Hogan worked on the practical effects, and he's worked on Star Wars, Prometheus, Jurassic World. I mean, he's got a shit ton under his belt, and I mean, he really brought it with this movie because this creature is fucking awesome. It's just really genuinely creepy, and the body horror aspects of it, kind of, I mean, you get it from the trailer, it's kind of evolving into other things as the story goes on, and we got some really nasty fucking moments. This movie just it made me cringe, and I was definitely grossed out more than once, which is pretty hard to do for me, but I was thoroughly impressed. The families, like their subtle offness reminded me of actually Dogtooth. Have you guys have seen that, right?
Yorgos Lanthimos. I love Dogtooth.
I was getting major Dogtooth vibes, which I love that movie too. And like just watching this family put on this facade for social media, and then why it's actually just falling apart and they're dysfunctional as hell. I thought that was great. Also, like the story is just really well paced. Like we kind of get put right into some pretty disturbing things going on, and it never lets up, and it doesn't waste your time. It's pretty tight knit, and just overall really, really awesome experience. The only criticism I have is I kind of wanted a little bit more out of the ending and like the final act.
We'll talk about it. I'm curious to talk to you about that. I don't want to give it away, but yeah, I liked it though.
No, like I still liked it, but there's things I would have preferred. But other than that, it's definitely one of my favorite movies I've seen all year. I would be shocked if this didn't make my top 10 list. At the end of this year, beginning of next year, and I highly recommend it. If you can't get to the theater, like I couldn't, Todd and Dan could, but I had to watch it on VOD. But it's streaming on Vudu now for $5.99, 100% worth the $6 rental fee. And yeah, I think fans of body horror and just little rubber monsters from like the 80s and stuff, you're gonna really enjoy the hell out of this movie and watch it be mixed in with almost Cronenberg body horror at times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, absolutely. And it's ironic too, because I did get to see the Crimes of the Future trailer at my theater, and I was like, yeah.
I can't wait. That's my most anticipated movie, but this
probably
was up there
for me too. Yeah, probably for me too now, because I really thought Cronenberg was done. I thought he was just, pushing 80 or whatever he is now, and I was like, we probably don't have another one But
Have you watched him in Slasher Flesh and Blood season 4?
No, I have watched him on Star Trek Discovery though.
You should watch.
Hilarious.
He plays a really interesting character in Slasher, but we'll get to that later. Fucking back on Hatching, because this movie definitely deserves the fucking praise. Just yeah, man. I don't think people are really we're gonna expect that much from this, and now like I think it's really gonna surprise a lot of fucking people. Like the trailer definitely looked like it was going to deliver, but I wasn't expecting it to deliver on the aspects it did. And also, just it's not just a creature movie either. It's very metaphorical on like just how kids get neglected and how like parents like really can fuck their children up.
She felt like a Hollywood mom. That's kind of like what I saw. I mean, it's Jim.
I mean, there's
this, but yeah.
I mean, I was thinking more so those social media parents that monetize off their children's pain and suffering, because we get a lot of that and like nowadays especially, and there's a lot of those people like getting exposed and shit too, and just showing how shitty they treat their fucking children. I was all over that.
I like how they never went like over the top with the abuse. I mean, it was mostly all psychological. It wasn't like a girl next door sort of situation by any means. It was just the way she subtly broke the poor girl down, and it's a hell of a performance by both. There's not a lot of Finnish horror out there. There really isn't. In fact, they're comedy dramas are kind of what they're known for. There is a film called White Deer, which is a classic 50s horror film that comes to mind, but there's not a lot of horror. After this, I want more Finnish horror.
Yeah, for sure.
What did you think, Todd?
More from this director, too.
So if I see I'm cutting out already, I can tell.
Yeah, you're good.
Keep it short and sweet. I loved it. It was awesome. And I agree with what you guys both.
All right.
Okay, well, Todd's having some issues. But I'm so glad that he likes it, because I wasn't too sure. With this one, with either of you. I was hoping, because I fucking love
really
it.
With me, dude. It has a fucking the gore, the monsters, the practical effects. I mean, and not to mention, just like I said, it's more like Antlers last year blew me away because it's a creature feature, but there's so much more going on, and that's kind of how this was like this year's Antlers for me. I was going in just expecting a creature movie, and I got way fucking more.
Yeah, no, don't go into this thinking this is just a monster movie, guys. It's way, way, way more than that.
Well, a monster movie, but it's more than just a monster movie.
Yeah, and it never forgets it's a monster movie while still tackling other things too, which is what I appreciate the most. I think a lot of movies they'll sacrifice just what at the heart of it is, and it still is a creature movie, but nope, this one definitely delivered on almost every aspect. But I have so much to talk about in fucking spoilers. So what do you guys think? Why don't we rate it and move on to there?
For sure.
Yeah, there's a lot more to talk about, but for sure. I'm a 5, man. I was a little worried that this one wasn't going to live up to my huge expectations, and it did.
All right. I'm a 4.5 out of 5. I think if the ending was a little bit stronger, I could have won a full 5 out of 5. But it's probably my third favorite movie I've seen all year, or third favorite horror movie for sure. Todd?
Well, I'm glad Dan didn't hold it not being dubbed against us. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 5. Also, it was awesome. I hate agreeing with Dan, but when it is, it is. So 5.
I'm amazed, Todd. I was thinking.
I don't know how. I don't even understand how you thought either of us wouldn't like it.
I didn't think you'd hate it. I didn't know if it would connect with you. I really wasn't sure.
Because I'm not a parent or anything.
Right?
You're a parent.
You're a
good parent.
Yeah, but you could still. Yeah, go ahead.
The protecting the child kicks in, even with the bad mother.
Mm-hmm.
So,
There you go. And we do get Finnish Will Smith in this one, which was also kind of infuriating. So anything else, guys, before spoilers?
Other than that dude was a goof. I'm just saying. He was around his son way too fucking much. All right, let's get into fucking spoilers.
Here we go.
Okay, before we say anything, there's fucking something I need to get off my chest. I thought it would have been hilarious when the mom woke up and Ollie's like, her slime or whatever is all over her. I thought that it would have been hilarious if the mom woke up, saw the slime, and started screaming at the dad. What the fuck? It's just like he just jizzed all over her in her sleep or something. That would have been hilarious.
That's probably what you would think, but I think she smelled her hand, didn't she? So must not have had that jizz smell.
Dude, I thought, if that would have played out on the screen, it would have been a 5 out of 5 because I would have died laughing. I was cracking up just thinking about it while watching. But yeah, fucking dude, what an awesome monster. Like, just first, it's super interesting to see how it's, it starts off as this grotesque, almost dinosaur-like bird fucking creature. And then, eventually slowly devolving into like a doppelganger type of thing. It was just really fucking cool to kind of see the reverse horror. And like that when she's like her beak comes off and her face is just fucking like dangling off. I mean, that was just such an awesome effect. And just, the effects were so fucking good. Like when her jaw disconjoints in the final act, like that was, even though it was CG, that looked fucking badass as fuck. And just, awesome body horror.
Kruger, I've given up on Todd, but you need to watch Farscape if you like the creature. It's like that all over the place. I'll say it again.
Yeah, I think we talked about this before.
It's awesome, dude. You'll love it. But the ending, I guess. I mean, we don't have to go exactly what happened, but I do think that I think it really made sense because appearance was everything to that mom. So to her, it was like, okay, we're gonna, I mean, it's left up to interpretation.
Yeah, it doesn't really give you a definitive. It's not like they're taking a family photo after.
Yeah,
Ben Grimm, more like far sleep.
I feel Ben's trolling. Because that is not
why. Because
that's a lively show.
Yeah.
It's a very lively show. Look into it yourself. I like I said, I've given up on you, Todd.
I've seen. I remember you used to come on Sci-Fi, and I didn't care then, and I won't care now.
That's fine. I wasn't trying to pitch it to you. Kruger will like it though. But yeah, no, I just loved. I love the way that ended. I do feel like some people are gonna have. I mean, I don't know why it's a definitive ending, but.
Here's my thing.
I would have endings. Oh, sorry. I was just saying the ending's up for interpretation.
Yeah, I guess so.
So it's not definitive.
Oh yeah, I mean, technically, the whole thing, I mean, is very metaphorical on like the daughter changing because of the mom's psychological abuse and turning into a monster. But yeah, I'm with you. Like the ending, like the only thing I kind of wish, like I wish we would have saw maybe some of the family members die, or have some sort of nasty fucking kill happen. Like that, like for example, they could have killed that baby. It would have been fucking badass as fuck if they killed that baby, and it would have definitely changed the story for me big time. And I would have been like, holy fuck, and been even more invested on what the fuck happened in the final act.
I'm going to speak now. Pugs is not going to be happy at that scene.
Yeah, no, he's not. And neither was I. I was like, fuck. Because, dude, it's so rare that films go there. Like, and there's such a missed opportunity for a holy shit moment. I mean, I get it. Half of the fucking people are going to turn off the goddamn movie when it happens. But
You already have a dog death and a baby death. This movie would be Jesus.
I mean, or we could have. Oh, how about the bird though, dude? The bird getting like. When she's trying to put it out of its fucking misery, and it just won't die, and it starts making that squeaking noise. When
That
she's
was
bludgeoning, I'm like,
yeah, that was
holy fuck!
effective.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really,
I thought just the opening when she snaps the bird's neck was really, because it was just like, oh, this super happy family. It's like, oh, here we go. Mom's fucked up.
I will say they did remind me of Nightmare on Elm Street 2 when the birds fly out of the house.
Oh yeah. And then it explodes. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, and also just the creature, like I liked how disproportionate its body was, and also just how skinny it was, like you said, playing onto the bulimia thing, because the way she has to feed this monster is by puking like a bird into its fucking mouth, which was absolutely disgusting. Because like, first off, the fucking first time it happens, like, not only does she like Allie is like standing over her and is drooling straight into her fucking mouth, so I'm already like eh. And then fucking you see the dead dog, and then the girl pukes all over the place, and the bird starts gobbling that shit up. I'm like, oh fuck, dude, I'm gonna be sick. And I mean, it showed it multiple times, like when she's puking in the bowl and shit. I'm like, oh god, like really bringing me back to nightmares of cutting weight in fucking high school for wrestling. Like,
I thought it was hilarious, Dad's reaction when he sees the blood and thinks it's your period. He's just like,
oh yeah, and he's just like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
That guy didn't want to deal with anything. He was just like, I just want to play my guitar.
I'm telling you, dude.
Let my wife get fucked. That's all.
Yeah, because he was too preoccupied doing something to the son. They were always fucking together in a room by themselves.
I don't think they were going there, but
you don't know. They were there. They were popping out of a fucking room randomly, like 3 or 4 fucking times. So, I mean, it could have been implied, to be honest with you. I'm gonna have to watch that back and see, because like that honestly would make sense. It makes sense why the dad doesn't give a shit.
The kid's always a dick the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the son was very annoying.
I wanted to see him get fucked up.
Everyone to die.
I didn't want this to just become a slasher, though. And I feel like I was kind of glad that it didn't have a big body count, because I do think, I mean, people suffered. Like the friend in the hospital, that scene was done really well.
It could I'm just saying, it could have used another kill. Like, I'm not saying fucking we need to have this thing running around like Chucky, dude. But like, I definitely give us another death. It would have been much appreciated, at least for me.
Yeah, I figured someone else in the family, but actually, who ended up getting killed from the family is not who I think any of us expected. So
I kind of expected that to happen, but I expected more loss to happen. Like, I would have preferred if the whole fucking family just died and the mom was just sitting there like, what the fuck do I do now? Because now, see, that actually probably would have worked even better, because there she is, the villain of the story, and now she can't fucking live her perfect little life on her social media. She doesn't have anybody to fucking get that attention off of now. And then, boom, blows her head off. There you go. I wrote a better ending. But still a fucking awesome movie. By no means am I trying to give it shit or anything. There's just, I'm a certain type of horror fan, and I wanted a little bit more out of that end. But overall, as a package, it's still a goddamn banger of a movie. Also, perfect double, I think, with The Seed. Dan would argue differently. But I think if you double this with The Seed, have The Seed warm you up, and then have this as the main event, that's a fucking hell of a night. And similar themes, little rubber monsters, social media bullshit going on. Be good.
No, absolutely. I would have had fun with this and actually created that channel like ahead of time. I mean, I know that's extra work for actors, but just, then tie it in. There could have been a cool marketing
for sure
campaign. I think it was Lovely Everyday Life was the channel.
Yeah, and you could have saw like the little fucker like running across the room or something in a certain that would have been really cool. Because what fucking movie did we just watch? what was it, Followers, that had you do that. They had you go to the social,
Followers.
had you go to the social media account. That movie's dog shit, and the social media account thing was stupid. But yeah, if they would have utilized that for this movie, that would have been perfect.
Absolutely. I'm really curious because and this wasn't just a one night screening like we thought. I did see more screenings for my AMC finally that showed up. So you guys might have a chance to see this in theaters.
It's not just AMC, by the way. It's playing
good.
It's playing as at Harkins too.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, if you get a chance, guys, you should check it out.
Yeah, I mean,
conversation, I guess.
Yeah, definitely if you can get to the theater, but if not, it's gonna be the best like $6 you've spent in a really long time.
Can I pull spoilers now off here?
Yeah, I think we're done spoilers.
All right, because I was going to ask. I know it's going to be the dumb easy question though. So Kruger, was it worth the $7 rental or the $6 rental?
Yeah, it was 100% worth it. Like I was actually worried because I don't know what. Probably CTE, but my fucking brain was telling me it was A24, so I was expecting to drop $20, and I was like super happy when I realized I didn't have to drop $20 on this. But if there was ever a movie that was worth it, I would have been fine with paying $20.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, and I wonder who's going to put this out on Blu-ray because that's a day one purchase.
IFC, it's probably going to be through Scream Factory.
Scream, yeah, that would. Fingers crossed, and hopefully they put like a nice slipcover on it or something because this one deserves it.
Yeah,
absolutely. I'd love to see some extras with this as well.
Oh yeah, well the one thing I was reading when I was looking into the special effects is like how many different puppeteers they had working on the creature too. So yeah. I'd love to see them maneuvering this thing around. That'd be great.
Oh, that would be so cool.
And we need figures. Somebody needs to do a figure of this little fucker. Like,
hey, you go to the theaters, make this a little cult classic. I mean, it's not going to tear the box office up, but hopefully it can do well. I think it says something when all of us are that high of a rating because we're not exactly all the same. So that says something, guys. I think I think Pugs will like it.
Oh, yeah, he will too.
Yeah,
but there are ones that have the elements that all just line up,
and
this is just one of them.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Also, want to put over Connor Sullivan's makeup as well. I thought the makeup portion of it was on par with the puppetry. So, yeah, guys. Any other thoughts on this one?
No, just go see it ASAP and let us know what you think in the comments.
Yeah,
always welcome. Yeah, always welcome to hear your opinions.
Yes, please do comment. Also share our links on your social media. That really helps grow the channel. Get on our Discord, which is very active. Also, patreon.com/fleshwoundfeatures. We will have the All the Boys Love Mandy Lane. All that me poo humor that we're gonna give you on that one coming soon. That we haven't forgotten about that Superman 3 commentary that Indy wanted.
That'll be next month.
Next month. Okay, so that will be Superman 3. And a lot of other patron content. We really appreciate that. And it all starts at just $1, so it won't break your wallets. And that's all I've got.
Just support foreign horror and pre-order Christmas Cruelty from Unearthed Films.
Yes, pre-order that as soon as it goes up. I think you will be very happy with that release, guys.
Yes.
All right. On that, good evening.
Good night.
Stay sick, motherfuckers.